All right, real quick, I want to talk about the downside of getting older as an older guy over 50, right? Because it's not all sunshine and rainbows getting older. We have a lot working in our favor, by the way, guys. If you're an older guy over 50, I would say most things, over 95% of being an old guy these days is working in our favor, right? So there's not much downside, but unfortunately, with everything, there is somewhat of a downside. And the only downside to getting older, if you're 50 plus, is the fact that you're probably likely going to have to take care of aging parents, right? Your parents are probably getting older and they're starting to have some, health issues that you might need to tend to. So that is one thing, is having to take care of elderly parents. And, it's not always easy because you kind of have to work that around your schedule. You might have a business to run over here. You might have dogs that you're taking care of, especially the one that can't walk anymore, and might have a girlfriend that you need to make time for. It's like half your age. And on top of that, okay, your parents are aging, okay? Parentals are getting older. And again, it's not always easy, especially to see your parents get older. That's also pretty hard, right? Because you're used to, seeing them young and full of energy and full of strength. And then all of a sudden, as you get older, you're seeing them weaken and become more frail and become more dependent on you. I mean, that's always hard, right? It's not easy, but this is something you're gonna need to deal with as an older guy, right? Your parents are just gonna get old, right? I mean, my parents, I remember when I was a teenager, they were young, right? When they had me, my brothers and sisters, they were still in their 20s. I mean, they were young. I remember my parents being in their mid-20s and fighting like crazy back then. And as they got older, they stopped fighting and they argued less and less, and our house became more cohesive, right? And it was more harmonious. But regardless, now, as I enter my 50s, my parents are in their 70s, right? Almost mid 70s. So it's hard to see them kind of deteriorate, right? That's probably a strong word because my parents are still pretty healthy, but it's harder to see them just get older as your parents are, right? But you will see your parents deteriorate. We're all going to deteriorate, right? At some point. It's just part of getting older. But that is something that you're going to have to deal with, as an older dude, is your parents, and you're going to have to make time to take care of them, maybe set up appointments for them, and help them, right? At least if you still care about them, as I do, right? You're going to have to find ways to help them out, maybe even just kind of guide them through this technological world. I know a lot of your parents are probably like, how do I update the clock on my iPhone? And you're like, oh my God, right? What's an app? You're going to have to kind of educate them, right? And exercise some patience as they did with you, right? You're going to have to exercise some patience, but you're going to have to deal with your parents growing old. As you grow old and as you gain in responsibilities, now, just like your parents had to take care of you as a child, you almost have to kind of do the same for them, right? It makes it easier if you have brothers and sisters that can also help, but if you're an only child, then guess what? All of the burden falls on you, right? All the burden will fall on you. So it's not fun. I mean, even now, I'm house shopping, right? I'm waiting for the market to come down more, obviously. But with interest rates going up, rising, the market will come down. I'm a cash buyer, so I'm kind of cheering for the rates to go up and kind of crash the economy. That will benefit me, right? But it might not benefit you, sorry. But regardless, I'm house shopping right now, and if it weren't for my parents aging or worried about my mom, getting older, or might losing my dad someday, which I don't like to think about, but I'm having to set up my life in a way that makes it easier to take care of both of my parents, right? So I'm trying not to move like too far away. I'm trying to also move into a neighborhood that is obviously safe as possible, because at some point my mom might have to move in with me, right? I might have to take care of her. I might, I'll probably get a nurse and all that. I mean, if it gets that bad for her, but I want to make sure that she's safe, she's secure, doesn't have to worry about anything but just enjoying her life, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to kind of set up your life in a way where you can take care of your folks, right? That's just part of getting older. And also, beyond your parents, another thing you'll have to deal with as a 50-year-old plus dude is you're just gonna be losing people, right? That's just fact of life. As you get older, the older you get, the more people you'll lose. Right, and that is something that is going to be hard at times, right? You're going to lose family members, you're going to lose pets. So as you get older, and I really believe this is what helps us as we get older as dudes to gain more sympathy and empathy for other people outside of ourselves. We start, we kind of get out of our own narcissism, and we start to realize like there's a world beyond us. And once you lose somebody close to you, a family member, a good friend, an animal, it really puts your life in perspective. And you think back about like how much time you wasted on dumb things, how much time you wasted being angry about something trivial, or how much time you wasted hating on somebody that had, wasn't even worth it, when you could have been focusing on, this person who wasn't going to be here for very long, or hanging out with this individual that you were friends with that, you could have been spending your time with. So that is going to happen as you get older. You're just going to lose people you went to school with, people you grew up with. It's just going to shock you, like, oh my gosh, this person's gone, right? I remember we used to hang. So it's going to be a weird feeling, right? But those are really the main drawbacks. Really, just like the two drawbacks, other than your own health issues you're going to need to deal with it, but that's also just part of aging. As you, enter your twilight years, so to speak, and you're just not young anymore. But this is not to say that young people can't experience that, right? There are people who are younger in their 20s whose parents might be much older, and they'll be having to deal with all this that we just talked about when they're much younger, in their 20s or their early 30s, when they should just be out having fun, right? Where they should be out like really focusing on themselves and learning who they are. But no, got to take care of my folks, or I'm losing, like my cousin just passed away, and and all of a sudden you have to deal with that. But it's something that's more common for older guys. But I mean, really, that's those are the main drawbacks. Again, there's not many drawbacks to be an old dude these days, but there are a few of them, and those are them that we just covered in tonight's coaching video. I mean, they're not anything that can really even be avoided. It's just part of life, right? It's just part of life. But again, these are events, as sad as they are, that will help shape you, mold you, give you more introspection and self-reflection, right? And whenever you go through a loss, it makes you think of your own mortality, right? It makes you think like, wow, this is going to happen to me one day, right? We all have to go. We all have to check out at some point, right? But it really makes you aware of that. It really makes you appreciate life, right? It makes just life a little more richer, and you appreciate like, wow, I'm still here. So that is all I have to say for tonight's coaching video, guys. As always, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. As always, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work, best way to do that is just become a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I'm hosting on a private platform away from YouTube, and I'm doing that to protect my content from YouTube. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. So take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.